Wow. The fight has been called off because of a nasty hit. Round number 3, fight has been called off by referee Steve Gray. Nasty cut. I'm going to get you a little image of it. Very, very disappointing. It was turning out to be a very great fight. Well, we were only 2 rounds in. I'm sorry. I think they should revisit it. Here, let me pause it. I want you to see the cut. Unintentional headbutt. Round 2 action was really picking up. Horrible way to end a great card. Well, I'll be honest. The Bridges Gangloff fight ended in a bad decision, in my opinion. Gangloff should have won. Maxie Hughes and Giovanni Strap-on stole the show. Conor Benn and Adrian Granados was underwhelming. Katie Taylor, Jennifer Hahn. Well, Jennifer Hahn just had a baby 6-7 months ago. And now we had the main event that could have really, it was really, listen, it was short, but it looked like we was going to get some real good action in there, and we're not going to get it. You know, and with that cut, how long is he going to be out? I think, tell me if I'm wrong. Let me know. Do you think they should revisit this? Do you think they will revisit this? You know, I mean, I think it should happen again. Let's turn it up a little bit. Please take a time out, like the video, subscribe. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. I want to see it. I want to see it again. I think they should revisit it as soon as possible. And it was beautiful to see such a crowd like that too. You know, look at that. Beautiful. And for it to end like this, because I got to be honest with you, the Katie Taylor fight and the Conor Benn fight, I was like, I'm sitting here dozing off. I'm like this, like watching, you know. But I want to get I want them to show a nice, hold on, let's listen in.
Round 2, there was an accidental clash of heads. Both got cut on Lara. The doctor ruled he is unable to continue, and because 4 complete rounds have not been held, the rules say that we must go to a technical draw. We're sorry, fans. A round of applause for both fighters. Technical draw.
So Michael Buffer explaining the decision there and the reason for it. Had the fight gone beyond 4 rounds, then they would have gone to the scorecards as they stood at the time. But as it is, it's a technical draw, and the single consolation for everybody here is that we hope they do it again, because that was so evenly matched, and we know that this can be a very special contest, much closer than the one we saw back.
They have to do it again. I hope they do.
I want to see this. After 2 rounds, I want to see this fight again. Intriguing, exciting.
Here, let's take a little bit of a jump cut.
So we waited, and in the end, a disappointing ending. A technical draw between Josh Warrington and Mauricio Lara. But even on the evidence of the 6 minutes that we saw, here's hoping that we get it again.
Look,
Josh,
those fans are pissed.
after all the disappointment of the last few months, everything you've been through, all the build-up for the rematch, such a disappointing way to end the fight tonight. How are you feeling?
Chris, I'm absolutely gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. I mean, you see the reception we had when we walked out. All these people who've paid their hard-earned money wanted to see me get redemption tonight. And I mean, these things happen, but it's first time it's something as serious as this. And I thought I'd open him up with a punch in the first round, and you know, clash of styles or whatever. Ed's hit him, and I'm absolutely gutted, mate. I'm absolutely gutted.
It was very early on in the fight to really assess how things were going, but did you feel different than things in the first fight? How did it feel then?
After the first round, I thought, fuck me, how did I get beaten first round? How did I get knocked out? You know, obviously we had a game plan and to go by, a bit more defensively sound. But yeah, I feel that obviously with this crowd here, I was tempted and eager to get into a bit of a scrap, you know, put on a performance, but that was always going to come at some point. But yeah, I felt I was warming into it, you know. We had stages of how we were going to play the fight, and I think it's a show it.
Everyone at home still wants to see this fight play out and still wants to see this rematch. Do you still want this?
Listen, I keep on saying it. I mean, my manager Steve Wood and my promoter Eddie Earn could probably point us in other directions, but I need to get that slate cleaned. You know, I need to get the W over there. And I thought it was going to be, especially if I sat down after the first round, I thought, this is mine for taking. I could see myself even having an early night, but not in this kind of scenario. But yeah, I'm absolutely good, mate. I'm absolutely good. You know, weeks and weeks of promotion, all these people have come out and been part of it, and I'm just sorry. I can only apologise, and you know, we'll have our redemption eventually.
As much as you're apologising, these fans have travelled everywhere with you. They followed the journey, they supported you from day dot right to them being allowed back in. What is your message to these guys, not just apologising, but for the support they've given you?
Like I say, from bottom of my heart, it's like moments. I felt like I could cry then when it got waved off, because I know how disappointed all the crowd would be. I mean, just that walking out to the entrance he gave me then, things like that will live with me till the day I die, you know. And I wanted to say thank you by getting him the W, getting him the win. So just hope that we can get it and they'll still turn out and support us there.
Well, one thing I will say is a positive, Josh. This has been the first night we've had fans back in droves, and it's been fantastic from start. Unfortunately, not quite to finish, but that ring walk was something special. Reminded us that the good times are on the way back. So take that, and thanks for talking to us.
Thank you, Leeds. Thank you for supporting me. I'm sorry. We'll be back.
Thank you, Josh.
I think he should revisit it, but I don't feel confident that they will. Here's how the 126th division weighs out. Gary Russell, WBC. His mandatory is Mark Magsayo. I was at Gary Russell's last fight in January of 2020. Or was it February 2020? Either way, Leo Santa Cruz, I forgot. Is he keeping his WBA super title with the new WBA rules? By the way, the WBA rankings has not been updated yet, but they will. Lee Wood is WBA world champion. Kid Galahad is the IBF. Emmanuel Navarrete, the WBO. Does Josh Warrington go right after, you know, I mean, Lara is right here, so he's still got that spot. Does the IBF order him and Josh Warrington? You know, it's going to be interesting the next few months on what the IBF is going to do, you know, for Kid Galahad. But yeah, you know, it was looking like it was going to be a very, very good fight. And what we saw in round 2 is that Josh Warrington started getting back up in the pocket again and, you know, started taking some tough shots. So 1-1 for me. Round 1 was Josh Warrington, and round number 2 I gave it to Mauricio Lara. But it just was the headbutts, man. See, it just was the headbutts. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. We cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe.